Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, Meherd 37. So we've been flying around. I actually had a plane, one of our TriStars moved over to, I think it's Coco, which is, I can't remember if it's, I think it's part of Cuba actually. And I was actually trying to fly, it's like down in near, actually I think it's over in this island right here, near that one. And I had a short flight going up to Sarasota, Bradenton, KSRQ, but something happened. I remember I was taking off and the thing actually cut off, and I thought I ended up coming back and finishing the flight, but actually the more I think about it, I think I ended up just scuttling that flight because I didn't have a ton of time. But I found this one. This was going from Butte, which we flew that, I think. I can't remember if we flew there or not. I'm kind of having trouble remembering exactly where we all flew. But this was going down to Phoenix. It's kind of a short flight, just under 800 miles, and it pays really good. And so I kind of want to do that. And I think maybe one of the parts of why we're landing so bad it keeps bouncing around is actually because of AccuFuel. Because AccuFuel has one of the features is the shock absorption, and I don't know what to set that to. It's at like 70 something, so I don't know if it's too hard, too soft. So I ended up just disabling that thing, and we'll see if we can land a little bit better without that. Because I think that might have really affected it. Because I've noticed some other planes being a little odd on landings too. We'll get this thing loaded up. Got the fuel all set, I think 35, 320, yep. So, do a day flight, and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, so here we are at the plane. I had to shut it down, FSX down. When it started up, I didn't have Northern Rocky Mountains activated, and so it screwed up the elevation, so I just said, screw it, I'll go ahead and put them back in, even though we're right on the edge. And from the Central Rocky Mountains, like literally right on the edge. But that fixed it, so I had to go through FSX and start up that way. So some of the stuff is still on. And I already set up our payload and fuel, so we won't have to do the fuel thing again. Alright. Parking brake is on. Let's go over here and turn on our APU. Mute my mic for a second. Alright, there we go. And we'll switch this over to APU. Now we've got power. So now we can turn on this stuff. I'm going to disarm those real quick. Turn on all of our probe heat and window heat. And we'll get this thing started up. There's engine 2. $14, $15, there's $16. I'll go ahead and give her some fuel. And while we're doing that, we should probably set up the FMZ, save ourselves a little bit of time. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Gotta do the... Stop that. Fuel configuration. There we go. Now we can get her started. Gotta remember to do that since we don't put much fuel in her. 14, 15, 16. Here's the fuel. Let's find KBTM, KPHX. Activate and execute. Departures and arrivals. Let's spool up. We're going to take off on runway 15. And we're going to land on runway 8. The star is Bruiser 1. That takes us right to the runway, it looks like, so that's pretty nice. Engine 3. You can see that better. 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Alright, so go to the route. We'll say reserved at 5. Cruising altitude. We'll go to 34,000. There we go. Let's see something. See, it doesn't have anything about takeoff speeds or I thought because some of them the cheaper ones still do, and approach speed. That would really help for engine 1. – 14, 15, and 16. Get this GPS set up as well. We can make this smaller as well. Alright, let's get that off the screen and switch that to takeoff. Everything else up here is set up. Let's set this to 34,000. Alright, what did I say? Runway 15. Alright, we'll have to see where that is. It looks like we're going to have to go out to the right. Can we get out? I'm guessing that one's 15, so we'll push back and go to the left. Alright, I'm going to turn the parking brake off and we'll start our pushback. I'll have this up to 240. There we go. Flight directors. The runway heading is 153. Arm for the altitude, the nav, the vertical speed. Alright, that said 2,500 feet a minute. Alright, let's take that.
Flaps 4. Flaps 10.
Start trimming this. I have to stop our pushback here in a second. While I see that, oh, I've got the ILS frequency as well, and I know the altitude because I flew actually to Phoenix yesterday. FS passengers, it's like 1,100 feet, I believe. All right, we'll stop the pushback. Finish this. That's enough so it won't give us our warning. And I'll go ahead and put the ILS frequency 111.75. So now we won't have to check the map, which is nice because I'm always afraid it's going to screw up. Ever since I did that E&B series mod. Alright. Parking brake is off. Will she move? I don't know. I took off the parking brake. Come on. Give her a little more thrust here. You know what? One other thing. There we go. I might need to turn AccuFuel off again. I'll check that here in a second. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. Before we cross, I'm gonna check EcuFuel. I'll be right back. Alright, EcuFuel was off. Just wanted to check it. Alright, let's go ahead and get on out of here. Or not out of here, but across that runway. It's ridiculous it takes so much stress to get moving. And they fixed it, but I don't know if they fixed it enough. Well, hopefully that turning off EcuFuel is what will help with not bouncing around on the landings. I'm hoping that was it. But I notice sometimes that there's a little bit of roll and stuff on the ground, so maybe that wasn't all of it. All EcuFuels going on. I hope it was, just because I think that would fix it a little bit. Because I can't keep from bouncing around on the landing. We're going like left to right. It's just crazy. Hopefully we're fixed. It would certainly be nice. I'd like a good landing. I don't know, have we ever had a good landing in this thing? I know we haven't the second time around with the plane. I don't think we ever really did the first time. I'm not too sure. But we had the DLC on back then, so it was really hard to make good approaches. And you lose your rudder control or elevator control, and you just smack into the ground. Couldn't flare or anything. I'm surprised that pilots or anyone really ever liked that system. I don't know. I hate it, and no one else has ever used it, so it couldn't have been that great. But I thought pilots really liked it. I don't know. They talk about how smart it was. Well, then why don't companies use it in their planes today if it was so great? Alright. Trying to turn her a little wider than we have been. Still didn't get probably quite wide enough. The brakes on this thing kill me though. It takes so long. Alright, I don't see anyone. Turn on our landing lights and our strobe. Make sure that everything is good. Enter the runway. See, those mountains look terrible. It looks like stock mountains, but other mountains look great. Like I said, we're right on the border of having like the northern or central, because I think I activated northern. Butte is just barely in the northern. Oh, went a little far that time. Usually we don't go quite far enough. My view over here. Actually, it wasn't that far after I moved my view. Alright. So up in here, I think we got everything set. Everything is armed. Well, the nav isn't armed. I didn't arm that. I'm pretty sure I hit it. Maybe I just didn't hit it. Thought I did. Alright. Here we go. I held in the brakes just a little bit. Make sure we get out of here. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
It's 120. We go ahead and let her lift up and rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear's coming up. So those mountains on the left right there in the corner look a lot better than the others we were just talking about. Roll slightly to the right. More now.
Flaps 4.
Alright, we're getting closer here. Keep going right. Alright, crosshair in the middle. Oh. Oh.
Flaps up.
Alright. Autopilot is on. Auto throttle is also on. I think you can only, yeah, you can only get the one. Here comes the nose. Going outside. Take a look around. Where the hell's the airport? There it is. Find it there for a second. Bye-bye, Butte. Butte? I guess that's the whole city over there. Town, city. Butte's fairly good size. Of this area, at least. Alright, flaps are fully retracted. We can go ahead and turn off the taxi light. Well, actually at 11.3. Yeah, I think that the airport altitude is something like 5,600 or so. So we can go ahead and speed on up. We're gonna go up to 300. That's what I've been setting for the cruise, which I think is alright, maybe slightly fast for 34,000. See, the electrical goes away when we start through FSX. I don't quite understand. It's off. I don't think you can arm it. So I don't know what the problem with the electrical system is. Let's bring up the FMC. So the last one was at 1745. So 1860, so probably less than a couple hours, actually. Because it was only 700 some miles, close to 800 miles. It's not too bad. See, these mountains don't look so bad. Those mountains with the weird trees and snow, I don't know, I don't like those. And by the way, Phoenix is by FlightSim. I've shown that before in Air Hauler. It's a really good looking airport. I was running it earlier today on FSX with the Plus PC-12 and had everything at brightness, so it was actually pretty good. But I turned it down to dense for this because this plane isn't very good on frame rate by itself, so I went ahead and turned it down a little bit. We just crossed 16,000 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, everybody. And be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, slowing it down. We're a little lower than we need to be. So I've kind of eased up on our descent. We'll put it right there at 1,000 feet a minute. The spoilers are armed. Auto brake is in mid. We're still a little lower than we need to be. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And I've got it set to level off at 6,000. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and move it down to 4,000. So that's basically right here. Then we need to be at 3,000. I think that might be the last waypoint. Yeah. The elevation of the airport, I do believe, is about 1,100 feet. So we're still slightly descending a little bit quicker than we need to, but that's alright. I'm actually going to go ahead and slow her down as well, because at the next waypoint, once it's a 170. Oops. So we're going to have to deploy some flaps here in a second. And we need to descend quicker now. 6 miles. There's a flash over there. I don't think that was it. Is that it? That can't be it, right? This is up here on the left. The heading of the runway, flaps coming out.
Flaps 4.
Is 079. So we will come over to the left, alright?
Flaps 10. Flaps 18.
So we're descending too quick again. Elevation is armed. Got it set, like I say, at 4,000, and then when we turn, we'll go down down to 3,000. We should have the ILS around 4,000 though. Well, we'll be turning towards it actually. So we'll be about 2,900 feet up. Now, wait a second. Now we're up to 250. Did my eyes deceive me? I thought it said for sure 170. You can see why things run slow. At Phoenix is so freaking dense. And I've got it set at dense, not even very dense or extremely dense. I thought it was a little weird that it had us at 170, but I'm almost sure that's what it said. It's raining, which is probably a little unusual for Phoenix. Okay, we're gonna level off here because we need to be at 4,400. 7 miles. I'm afraid we're going to get a little too low here, man. It's a little bit better. I'll actually go to 200 feet a minute. It's going to stop it at 4,000. Which is the next waypoint, so that's alright. And then we'll turn to 079. So I'm going to go ahead and set our heading to 079. Now we've already got our course set up. We don't have any visual heading on here, though, I don't believe. So we've got 2 left turns coming up. I think that's the city over there. There's only a few tall buildings last time I saw. I wasn't looking a whole lot. There comes one turn. Now the engine's spooling up because we're gonna level out. We're actually climbing. What in the hell? There's the airport. Let's take the auto throttles off.
Gear down. Flaps 22. Gear down and locked.
Alright, go to the localizer. Getting a little too slow now. Alright, we're armed at the approach, actually. Glide slope is below us. Trying to get that nose down.
Flaps 33.
This is our runway right here. I may have screwed up by hitting approach first and not localizer. Now it's going to come back around. I was worried about the way we were going to turn in, that we might not have enough room.
2500.
Flaps 42.
Alright, concentrate on that speed. Although it's plenty of room when you're coming in under control and doing it correctly. Glide slope is actually a little above us now. A little more thrust. Trying to keep it around 140. It's kind of tough when you don't know how quick to come in, what your landing speed is. I want to sit up just a little bit. Now she's really coming down.
Flaps 42.
I think that's full flaps.
Flaps 42.
Yeah, 42. Alright. Glide slope is still slightly below us, but it's coming up now. Alright. Everything looks good. Slightly a little more thrust. If we level out. Actually, that was a little too much. Slightly high. Alright, we're at about 1,000 feet. Glide slopes going above us. We get a little better lined up here. Start bringing the thrust back a little bit. I think 140 is still too quick. This is the thing we don't really know.
500.
I like our speed right here.
400.
Just getting a little low.
Minimums.
Surprised those planes are stopped. Oh, there's someone on the landing on the runway. That's why.
200.
In front of us.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10,
Off the thrust. Pull up the nose just a little bit. Sorry about the fact that we're going to hit another plane, but what are you going to do? Without ATC. Ah, jeez. That's ridiculous. I wish he would have gone down to the next taxiway and that wouldn't have happened. It's a bit ridiculous. It was our best landing yet, and then we go in through a plane. The thing is, Phoenix is so daggone,
Flaps 33. Flaps 10. Flaps 4.
It's a major airport, and even with World of AI, there's a ton of traffic here, as you can see. If you had just gone down to this taxiway, it wouldn't have been so bad. We wouldn't have gone through them. I know it looks ridiculous, but like I say, what are you gonna do? But we came in so much better under control, and speed was good. So other than going through a plane, which I can't control, I liked it. I think we just made back all the money that we've lost, because that was $500,000 right here. Hit up the ground. One, I forgot to record it, too. We can do instant replay. Landing lights coming off. Strobe here off as well. Oh, there's so many I parked way over there with those small ones. What do you say we go to the gates? I don't know where to tell them to park us. Straight ahead would be east. There's no east. Let's tell them west. I'm afraid that's behind us.
Ground, Lockheed, November 503, Papa Alpha. Request taxi to west parking. Lockheed, November 503, Papa Alpha. Taxi to general aviation parking. Via taxiway Bravo 6 Bravo Tango Delta. Taxiing.
Hey, WestJet.
Parking using taxiway Bravo 6
Went right
Bravo
through you.
Tango Delta. Lockheed 3 Papa Alpha.
Alright, turn on the progressive taxi. Actually, we don't need to go all the way over there. Start her up. That's the lead. Set my view. Yeah, it wasn't a bad landing at all. Just the fact that there was a WestJet there. I was looking at those planes sitting there. I was like, man, that's crazy that they're sitting there, because they don't sit for us when you're not using ATC. They don't acknowledge that we're there. And then all of a sudden I saw his smoke from WestJet from landing. I was like, oh, jeez. But I thought he would get a little further and we wouldn't have hit him. But like I say, we don't use ATC, so that stuff's going to happen, especially at a major airport. As you can see, there's a ton of traffic here with World of AI, which is cool. I like that. It's just it doesn't work so well when things like that can happen. Come on, guy.
Sky Harbor
That is
Ground,
off.
Cactus
Just making
1509er,
sure.
request taxi to the gate. Cactus 1509er, taxi to the gate, Alpha 22, via taxiway Bravo 7, Bravo, Tango, Charlie, India. Southwest 2865, continue taxi.
There you go, pal.
Southwest 2865. Sky Harbor
Check out our
Ground,
FMC.
Cactus
How much?
230 with Papa, ready to taxi.
Yeah, we had a little bit of fuel left.
Taxi to and
Not too
short
much,
of
though.
runway 8, via taxiway Juliet, Charlie, Charlie.
Yeah, I felt it was a really good landing. Came in a little low. I was afraid to really flare, so I don't think we flared very much.
Taxiing to gate Alpha 22 via taxiway Bravo 7 Bravo Tango Charlie India.
But it looks like they would have had us land on runway 8. I think FS Passengers I landed on runway 8 as well. And yeah, everyone was taking off over here.
Taxi to and hold short runway 8.
Or was it the other way around, actually?
Charlie, Charlie,
Can't remember.
Bravo 10 Alpha 8,
No, I think it was the other way
Alpha
around,
1,
because I think we might have parked over here. Not sure.
Sky Harbor Ground, Cactus 281, request taxi to the gate. Cactus 281.
I think it might have been actually the other way around.
Alpha 25 via taxiway Bravo 6 Bravo Tango.
In fact, I know it was, yeah. So we had to go around the airport from San Diego. But yeah, I think AccuFeel was making the landings a little harder because the shock absorption was bouncing us around as soon as we touched. Trying to back off this guy a little bit. Not being all that successful.
230, hold position. Caution that Bombardier RJ on final. Hold position. Cactus 230.
That sucks so we get stopped like this because the turns are the hardest to get going for us. Let me move a little bit. It's like I'm gonna have to give her some throttle here. We're going over around. What in the world? No, we're going straight down. All right. I do like all the traffic. It just makes it more difficult. I'm hoping I can use this plane for like a cool landing video or something.
Southwest 833, continue taxi.
We'll get the hang of it here. A few more flights. A few more landings. I have no idea where they're going to take us. Are they going to take us clear around the airport? That's one thing I'm worried about. They did that yesterday. I had to taxi literally clear around the airport. Yeah, there's here coming over to the southwest side. All kinds of Southwest planes around here, and that U.S. Airways, like you just saw. There's tons of them around here. There's that. What is it? WestJet we went through. There's a Southwest plane. Oh, we're on a different taxiway. Might slow down a little too much there. I think everyone recognizes us now because we are using ATC on the ground. Which is where they're gonna take us. Yeah, see, there's some textures over here too. I had that yesterday, which is kind of unfortunate. Some American Airlines as well. Yes, we are taxiing fast.
230, hold position. Caution the departing Airbus A319. Hold position. Cactus 230.
WestJet. I can't remember who owns that, where they fly out of. When I do landing videos, I look at the different airports that I'm going to land at and look at you know, who flies there the most, or not necessarily the most, but some of the type of aircraft that I have and the livery and everything like that.
1402, continue taxi. Roger, 1402.
Yeah, they're taxiing us
Sky Harbor ground.
around everyone.
2737, request taxi to the gate. Air Shuttle 2737, taxi to gate Bravo 20, via taxiway Bravo 5, Bravo, Charlie 6, Charlie, Papa.
Where are we going to end up? Could just park us over here.
Bravo 20, via taxiway Bravo 5, Bravo,
I hope there's room for us.
Charlie, Papa. Air Shuttle 2737.
Here we go. See us going over to the right here. Like I was right. I could have just parked us in that big spot because that's what they're doing here. Oh, there's another plane over here as well. So the TriStar won't be lonely. Oh. Or is that a training plane? Well, where the hell did it go? Did my eyes deceive me? Is there not a plane over here? I could have sworn I saw one. I must have been deceived. It was just a building or something. I could have sworn I saw a plane parked over here.
Ground, Delta 1772.
Vehicles around
ready
it.
to taxi IFR. Delta 1772.
Clearly, I was
taxi
seeing
to and
things.
short of runway 8 via taxiway Charlie, Charlie 8, Bravo, Bravo 1. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Cactus 230, hold position. Caution that Bombardier -8 on final.
Whoa,
Hold
whoa,
position.
whoa,
Cactus
whoa, whoa.
230.
Got my hands
Taxi
crossed.
short runway 8 via taxiway Charlie 8 Bravo 1 Delta 1772.
My brain malfunctioned. I was trying to move my other hand to the right. Slid my view clear over. Oh, we're probably way off it, aren't we? Yeah. We're off to the left. Ugh, that was my bad. That was my brain's bad. Not mine. Alright. Turn all this off. I gotta turn it back on in just a second. Sweet. Let's go get paid. Alright. 100%. Cool $500,000. I think originally we're kind of breaking even with the damage. Maybe a little bit less for making money. But I think that will definitely have us in the green with the plane. Or is it the black? Yeah, it's in the black, not the green. I guess red is dead and black is good. Yes, and, well, the good thing is also, we're at Phoenix, which is our base. Which that's very nice. Because we'll have tons of jobs to choose from. It's kind of sucked being in Butte. Oh, man, that would be so fun. I don't have enough time to do that. Because I probably won't be flying for another 48 hours or so. It's the weekend now. Yeah, they don't have anything lined up anyway. Oh well. Well, we're here and they'll be making jobs for us. I need to get that other plane moved. Yes, say it's a Quio Coco. But see, that's like a different one because that's the one we're at is a MUCC, which is like Quio Coco, and then there's KO Coco or something. That's weird. Maybe there's two KO Cocos because that's definitely not the right runway lengths. Oh well. That was a fun flight. I'm glad that we landed good. I just wish there wouldn't have been a plane in front of us that we had to go through because it kind of kills the realism or something. But what are you going to do? You know, hey, we landed good. We landed good. And that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.
$500. $400. $300. Minimums. $200. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10.